So now you've started to build your emergency fund, and hopefully you've begun to break out of the paycheck to paycheck cycle. But for some people, there isn't much left over at the end of the month. So this is why step 46 is all about starting small. This is for the person who doesn't have much to put aside and doesn't even know how to begin to start working towards a $10,000 savings goal like we talked about earlier. So that's why we're going to talk about starting small and how even small steps bring you one step closer to your goal. To reinforce that, one of the things we want to talk about is out of sight, out of mind. So if it helps for you to have automated savings contributions, for money to be taken out of your paycheck so that you don't even see it, and for that money to be going towards some sort of savings account or investment account or retirement account, that will start to help you move in the right direction without you even having to do anything. But maybe money's a little bit more tight than that. Maybe you don't have anything to spare. So instead, we're going to start small. I want you to try to build up a habit of thinking about money and the savings that you can accrue. I want you to start thinking like you have a piggy bank. And with every coin and every dollar that you put in, you're going to reinforce your determination to get to the goal that you're working towards. And you're going to reiterate that you're in control. Regardless of how much you save in your piggy bank, it will still help you reinforce the notion that you're working towards something that you believe in and that you're not a victim to the external forces in your life, nor are you a slave to money. You are in control. Try doing a 52-week savings challenge where you save $1 the first week, $2 the second week, $3 the third week, and so on until you're putting $52 away in the last week of the year. If you stick to it, you'll end the year with a balance of $1,378. Or maybe you try something a little bit more aggressive. Maybe you start with $25 on week 1, and every 12 weeks you up the ante by $10, so that at week 13 you're putting away $35, and so on until week 52 when you're putting away $75 per week, and you've ended the year with $2,300. And what's important to note is that if you put this money away in a smart account, something that's actually going to give you returns, something not like a checking account, you will start to see your money actually give you more and more money. Compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world, as we mentioned, and there's a reason it's referred to as such. Let's assume that $2,300, once you put it away, goes into next year in an account with the maximum yield a financial advisor can by law predict the yield of, 12%. What that means is that by the end of the next year, you'll have $2,600 in that account, which then compounds over and over. What that means is by the end of the next year, you'll have about $2,600 in that account, which will then compound in the next year, assuming another 12% return. That means by the end of 3 years, just starting small, starting with $25 a week, you will have built an account that's worth nearly $3,000, and you will have done so in a way that is smart and sustainable. So I don't want to boil the ocean on this point, but what I love about this kind of example is that it shows the two principles of financial independence: reduce expenses, increase income. If you're able to find a way to cut down your expenses so that you're able to put away $100 extra per month, and you put that money into an account that's going to grow, and you're going to give it the time to mature, essentially allowing your money to make money for you, well, honestly, it gets addictive in a good way. There's nothing flashy about this, but it's putting into practice everything that we've talked about so far. So for the Ready Set plan of this step, see if there's a way you can start putting away a certain amount of dollars per week or month. And for bonus points, try to do it in a way that's automated or gets taken out of your paycheck so that you don't even see it and you don't have the temptation to spend it. You'll be surprised the level of control you'll start to feel over your finances once you're able to automatically put money away every month and then watch it grow. I'd almost compare it to switching off a diet that is primarily fast food to one that is healthier and is going to make you feel better and give you more energy and just generally allows you to better enjoy the day. And one more thing I want to include in this Ready Set plan is find a way to make this fun for you. So often we talk about finances and savings and expenses and debts as some sort of arbitrary, monolithic thing that just lives outside of our lives. But the thing is, if you make this yours, if you make this fun, if you make this something that you own, something that you're proud of, you're going to be so much more motivated to be on top of it, to celebrate the victories, acknowledge the defeats, but ultimately move in the right direction. You're going to stop making excuses and you're going to start making plans and you're going to stick to them. So in the next step, we're going to need to talk about inflation rates and why you need to talk about interest rates as well when discussing savings and how to protect your money.